When my child was 2, I knew something was different. Sounds overwhelmed them, speech didn't come as naturally, and sometimes the world just felt like a little too much. But when I asked my doctor about autism, I got the same answer time and time again. Let's wait and see. If this sounds all too familiar, you're in the right place. Today, I'm gonna go through an exact step-by-step guide on how to get an autism diagnosis here in Canada and how to avoid delays that will cost you years. Hey, I'm Genevieve, mom walking the same journey and voice behind the Autism Parent Guide. By the end of this video, you'll know who to see, what to ask, and what you can do right now while waiting. Autism often starts with small differences in communication. Your child might have a speech delay, for example, or they're not responding to their name. In play, maybe your child is lining up their toys instead of doing pretend play with their peers. Or perhaps there's sensory responses. They're having a hard time with different textures, or the world around them just feels a little loud and they're constantly putting their hands over their ears. If your instincts are telling you that something is off, trust yourself. A lot of the times, if you can detect something early, you can get everything set into motion. You know your child best, and recognizing early signs can set everything into motion. Doctors need concrete examples. You can say things like, they don't respond when I call their name, or they're consistently lining up their toys and when it's moved, they really panic. The world just seems like a lot for them and they cover their ears at every loud noise. General statements get general responses, but specific examples get referrals. If your doctor still says, let's wait and see, don't pause. You can still do things that are in your control. You can book a hearing test. If speech is delayed, you can sign them up for speech therapy or do at-home speech therapy or explore early intervention programs. Do things that are in your control. I just have a quick favor here. If this video is helping you so far, can you please hit the subscribe button? It helps other autism families find this information faster. Who can diagnose autism? It depends on your province and age. But in general, developmental pediatricians, psychologists, psychiatrists, and a multidisciplinary team. Ask your doctor who is the fastest specialist in our area for an autism assessment. That small change in wording can save you months. Assessments usually include interviews, questionnaires, and observations of your child. Standardized tools are used to help professionals understand your child's profile. These tests do take time, but it helps build an understanding for therapy and support planning. You'll get a written report and a feedback session. The clinician will now explain your child's strengths, weaknesses, their diagnosis, and the recommendation for therapies and support. This, my friends, is your roadmap moving forward. From experience, this part can feel very overwhelming. So my recommendation is take a deep breath and take it one step at a time. Once you have an autism diagnosis, you can apply for autism funding, which is provincial-based, occupational therapy, speech therapy, school supports, disability benefits, as well as the disability tax credit and RDSP. Check your provincial autism portal for the most up-to-date information. There are two ways to get an autism diagnosis here in Canada: the public path versus the private path. The public path is slow but free, and the private path is fast but you pay. The public path is exactly what I've been talking about so far. You go to your doctor, they refer you to a specialist, you go through the healthcare system, and you wait. Wait times are dependent on provinces, anywhere from 6 months to 1 year plus, whereas the private path, you don't need a doctor's referral to a specialist. You can go to any private clinic or psychologist. You'll wait a few weeks and the assessment will cost anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000. Which is better? Neither. They're both going to give you a valid diagnosis in the end and access to the autism supports you need by your government, the DTC, the RDSP, and disability benefits. It all comes down to speed versus cost and not necessarily quality. By the time we got our child's autism diagnosis, it was actually 3 years after my first wait and see. But guess what? We weren't starting from zero. While we were waiting, we were doing things that were in our control. For us, it was speech therapy and play-based learning, so that when we finally did get our diagnosis, we were ahead of the game and not waiting on some paperwork, but still progressing forward. I'm gonna link 2 videos up above. One is about early intervention, and one is for parents when their child first gets an autism diagnosis, all the thoughts that run through your head. To be honest, getting an autism diagnosis can feel really overwhelming, but it's the first step in the direction forward to understanding your child and allowing them to thrive. If this video has helped you, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps autism families that are looking for this information find me faster. I just want you to know that you're not alone, and neither is your child. I'll see you next time on the Autism Parent Guide.